Hello! Today a Noob does Avail Car Sharing, and this has been amazing. I'm just hopping right into the earnings because it's all that really matters. But for those that don't know, Avail Car Sharing is kind of like Turo. You have an extra car, you share it with them, but what they do is they function only at airports. So you take your car and you drop it off at an airport. If you're going on a trip, you can drop it off there for free parking, also maybe make some money. But they also have long-term options, which is what I'm doing. I actually signed a contract, got approved for their Avail Plus Limited plan, which is a year at minimum. And so I bought a car specifically for this, and it's going to be there for a year. Now they guarantee a little over $5,600 for that year, which is awesome. And here's the current payments. It's been 4 months. As you can see, this first $40, that's just to make sure it transferred to my bank correctly, but in the first month, these two together got $360. Second month, $360. Third month, $480. And then last month, $645. So 4 months so far, and that comes out to be $1,845 in 4 months for doing absolutely nothing. It's been amazing. I don't even have to carry insurance on the car because, well, it's with them. They cover it, so that's a year of no insurance at all for that car. As I mentioned, I bought it specifically for this. So it's just an extra car. It was like an investment to me, or an asset, purchasing an asset. So it was kind of expensive. It came out to be $7,300 total out the door. It was listed at $6,000, and then tax, title, registration stuff took it up to $7,300. So if we go off the bare minimum of $5,600, it's a little bit over, but we'll say $5,600. That means I'll still owe less than $2,000 on it after this first year is done. Then I can probably keep it in for a second year, or if I turn around and sell it, let's say I sell it for even just $4,000, I'm basically making a $3,000 profit in a year without having to do anything. So that's pretty awesome. And recently, they used to pay $20 a day. That's why all these ones are at like $40, $320, $360, $480. But recently they've upped it to $25 a day. That's rented, $645. So the minimum is $5,600 a year. But if your car's rented out a full month, let's say 30 days, you get $25 a day that it's rented out. So you could be making a lot more money than the minimum they guarantee. So that's the plan for the Avail Plus Limited plan. They also have a normal plan, which is Avail Plus, and that one you don't have to sign a contract for. It's not as strict to get approved in, and that one guarantees $300 a month. Still the same daily payout if it's rented, $25 a day, but there's no quarterly bonuses. With mine, since I signed a contract, I get quarterly bonuses. That's why this last one was so much money, because the quarterly bonus kicked in after the 3 months. Got paid the next month. That's why 4 months there. But I'm actually looking for another car to put in. I wish I would have put more in originally, but I'm looking for another car to put in. Unfortunately, my local airport doesn't accept the Avail Plus Limited anymore, so the contract for the $5,600, but still is accepting for Avail Plus, which still guarantees $300 a month. So I'll probably put a car into that one. Down the series here with Avail Car Sharing, my series, I'll probably show how I search for cars, how I buy them, but also some quick notes before I go. This is an iPhone, and it is cracked, but it's the only iPhone I have. And the reason I'm using it is because Avail only has an iPhone app now, or an iOS app. But it's pretty nice. It tells you like when the car's actually being shared, or if it's just parked at the airport, or what's going on. And then that's pretty much all the information you have. You don't know who's renting it out. You don't know where they're taking it, where it's going. But when they return it, you get an email saying you got paid, and you can always go in and check that out. Also, like I mentioned earlier, you don't have to have insurance while it's there. If you're doing more of the short term, you'll still want to carry your personal insurance on if you ever plan on taking it out and using it. But for me, it has to be there for a year, so I'll never be using it. So that's nice. If it gets in an accident, they handle everything. Actually, my car has been dinged up a little bit, and Avail partners with Allstate, and they're taking care of it. I just get updates. I don't have to handle anything, which is nice. I'll talk more about that in a future video, as well as like my car. I got an email one time saying my car was recovered, which was interesting to me. What does recovered mean? Found out it actually got towed, and so Avail had to go get it. But I didn't have to do anything, and it's been running again since then, so that's awesome. Also, yeah, that's about it actually for this video, but it's my favorite passive income so far. I mean, it was a lot up front. It's the most I've paid so far for any of my passive incomes I've tried, but it has paid off the most as well, and doesn't seem like any downside so far. I mean, everything has been so easy, so hands-off. I literally bought the car, dropped it off at the airport, and that's it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. You can have up to 4 cars at a single location. So, you know, if you want to get 10 cars, you wouldn't be able to have it at your a single airport next to you. You'd have to spread it across multiple airports. And they're not at every single airport, so you need to check out their website to see what airports they're at. But they also pay more for SUVs than just normal cars. The car does have to be 4 doors, automatic, gas, and 2011 or newer, so 2011 car or newer, and less than 125,000 miles. If you want to do this, I recommend trying to find something around like no more than 80,000 miles, so that way you have a good gap of rental, or of like mileage that people can rent it for. Because once it does hit the mileage limit, it gets kicked out of the program. So if you go in there with like 124,000 miles, you'll get approved, but 1,000 miles later, you'll get kicked out and you can't use that car anymore. But that's it. I'm excited about it. I'm going to do more videos on it. But yeah, Avail Car Sharing. Check it out.